We've all heard it. Take control of yourself. Take control of the situation. Certainly don't lose control. Control is held up as the gold standard. If we just keep control, we'll be successful, respected, and safe. But here's the thing. Control is mostly a fantasy, an illusion. And the harder we cling to it, the more it slips through our fingers. In this video, we'll explore what we're taught about being in control, how that backfires, the truth and the paradox of control, and finally, the need for conscious use of self regarding control. Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Broom. Welcome to my Things to Think About videos. We're taught that control equals security. If I can keep everything in line, nothing bad will happen and everything will be okay. We're taught control equals strength, that being in control means you're powerful, competent, and reliable. If you're in control, you're the barrier between order and chaos. Without it, everything will fall apart. Likewise, we're taught that control brings predictability, that if I can keep things under control, things will work out the way I want them to. Many of us were taught that control equals responsibility. Good people keep things in check, for themselves and for others. And of course, we're taught that control is weakness, that it's shameful and a sign of failure. Only losers lose control. All that sounds good, but in practice, these beliefs will backfire. Clinging to control for security? That makes us more anxious and fragile when life makes a shift we had no control over. Equating control with strength? That drives attempts to dominate. Micromanagement at work and power struggles at home. Thinking control brings predictability is an illusion that leaves us disappointed when kids, employees, or partners don't act the way we thought they should. Trying to enforce order through control? That blinds us to the gifts of flow, spontaneity, and surprise, both in families and in teams. Taking control as responsibility? That burdens us with guilt and pushes us to overreaching into other people's lives. Treating loss of control as weakness teaches us to suppress emotion, whether you're a parent holding back grief or a leader pretending you're invulnerable. You come across as less than human. Here's the real truth. The only thing we can even attempt to control is ourselves. And that's hard enough. Even self-control takes awareness and practice. With others, we don't have any control. We may have some influence, and then only if they allow it. Some people, leaders, parents, even significant others, believe they have control because they've become accustomed to being obeyed. But that's not real control. It's only compliance. And it comes to an end the moment they decide not to do what you want. And then there are manipulations, covert attempts at control. Whether it's guilt-tripping, withholding information, or flattering to get your way, manipulation is still an attempt to control. It might work in the short term, but it breeds distrust and decreases the likelihood of your being allowed influence next time. Trying to control people often triggers resistance, resentment, and no more than shallow compliance. Real cooperation doesn't come from obedience or manipulation, but respectful influence that people choose to accept. This is where conscious use of self comes in. It's the discipline of being aware of your desire to control and noticing that it's from fear, ego, or habit, and then choosing. Is trying to control really going to be useful here? Or would curiosity and trust create a better outcome? Applying conscious use of self to issues of control help us in three ways. First, we understand and exercise that real control is only over our own choices, behavior, and responses. Second, it allows us to manage the illusion of control over others by respecting their agency and autonomy. Third, with it, we use the influence we're allowed responsibly. We're clear about our intent. It's consciously managing ourselves while engaging others in ways that allow shared influence and authentic growth. In closing, here's a question I want to leave you with. Where in your life are you trying to control people other than yourself? Maybe at work, at home, even with friends. And where might letting go of trying to control, not giving up, but letting go, actually open the door for you to more trust, influence, growth, and success? That's the paradox. When we stop chasing the fanny of control, we gain something real. That's the power to choose how we show up and the wisdom to influence with respect and compassion. Thanks so much for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. See you next time.